Your Dose of Wowness. For Space and Cosmos Week, we're not just, looking up at the sky. We are going deep. We are asking the biggest questions that we even know how to ask. And today's question, well, it's the one that holds everything else up. Why are you here, right now, in this moment, existing? I know, I don't mean that in some big philosophical, what's the meaning of life kind of way. I mean physically. Why does the universe even allow for atoms to clump together to form, well, you? To form planets, to form stars? Why isn't it all just a cold, uniform soup of dead particles?
The answer, it seems, is that you and I are living in a universe that is balanced on a razor's edge, a reality that is so specific, so fragile, it feels, well, profoundly improbable.
Here's the thing. The fundamental constants of nature, these are the numbers that literally define reality as we know it. They seem to be set to values that are so unbelievably specific that if you just nudge them, even by the tiniest fraction, this universe would have no stars, no chemistry, and certainly no life. So, physicists have pinned down about 6 of these key numbers that really define the shape and the feel of our cosmos. For this explainer, we're going to look at just 3 of them, just 3 numbers that spell the difference between a universe packed with galaxies and a universe that's just nothing. Okay, let's start with one you definitely know, gravity. It's the force holding you to the Earth right now. It's what keeps the Earth circling the sun. Seems simple enough, right? But its exact strength, that's everything.
So this is the gravitational constant. I mean, just look at all those zeros. It's barely there. It's just a whisper of a force. It's so incredibly weak, you overcome the gravity of the entire planet just by jumping. But it's precisely as weak as it needs to be. Because if you start messing with that number, even a little bit, things get catastrophic fast.
If gravity were just a tiny bit stronger, stars would ignite and then burn out almost instantly, and the whole universe would have just collapsed back in on itself moments after the Big Bang. A little bit weaker, matter would have never pulled itself together. No stars, no galaxies, just a thin, cold, empty darkness. Forever.
And this delicate dance applies from the biggest cosmic scales all the way down to the subatomic. So, say hello to the strong nuclear force. This is basically the cosmic superglue holding protons and neutrons together inside an atom. It is the reason that matter, the actual stuff you're made of, even exists at all.
And this number, 0.007, it represents how efficiently hydrogen fuses into helium inside of stars. This is the engine of the entire cosmos. Pretty much all the light and heat in the whole universe comes from this exact value. Now, if this number were just a little bit bigger, say 0.008, all the hydrogen in the universe would have burned up in the Big Bang itself. Gone. No fuel left for stars, no water, and no you. If it were a little bit weaker, maybe 0.006, well, protons and neutrons just couldn't stick together. No elements beyond hydrogen could ever form. No carbon for your cells. No oxygen for you to breathe. No you. All right, and now for the most mysterious one of all, the cosmological constant. Think of it as a kind of anti-gravity. It's the background energy of space itself, and it's pushing everything apart, faster and faster. Its value is, well, it's considered the most precisely tuned number in all of physics. It's a 0, followed by a decimal point, followed by 121 more zeros, and then a 1. It is a number so ridiculously close to nothing, it's almost impossible to even wrap your head around.
If that tiny, tiny number were any bigger, the universe would have expanded so violently that gravity never would have had a chance to pull matter together into galaxies. Any smaller or negative, and the whole show would have collapsed back in on itself before it even started. Hitting this exact value is like throwing a dart from one side of the observable universe and hitting a single specific atom on the other side.
So why? Why this impossible precision? Why this universe? Okay, so the first answer is the simplest one, and maybe also the most unsettling. It's just luck. Pure, dumb, completely absurd luck. The idea is that we just won a cosmic lottery. I mean, the odds are so small they are basically 0. But here we are. Out of all the infinite possible ways a universe could be, we just so happen to exist in the one where the numbers landed perfectly for us to be here and talk about it. No reason, no deeper explanation. Just chance.
Now, the second answer, it flips the whole question on its head. It suggests that this precision, it isn't some big mystery at all. It's a necessity. This is called the Anthropic Principle. There's a strong version, but most physicists tend to focus on the weak version, which is all about observation.
The logic of the weak Anthropic Principle goes something like this. Okay, step 1, you're here. You're observing the universe. That's a fact we can't deny. Step 2, for you to exist, for a conscious observer made of carbon and water to exist, it requires these exact physical constants. So, step 3, therefore, any universe you find yourself in must, by definition, have the laws that allow you to be in it. See? It's not a miracle that the universe is just right for us. We just couldn't possibly exist in a universe that wasn't. It's a selection effect.
And that brings us to the final answer. And this one is truly mind-bending. It suggests that our lucky universe isn't the only game in town. It suggests there are countless others. It suggests a multiverse.
And look, this is not just science fiction. The idea of a multiverse pops up directly from some of our absolute best, most tested scientific theories. Cosmic inflation, which is our leading model for the Big Bang, actually suggests our universe is just one bubble in this vast, eternally inflating cosmic foam of other universes. So imagine a machine that just churns out universes, one after another, each with a completely random set of physical laws. Most of them are going to be dead. Barren voids, universes that flash and collapse in a second, universes with no matter at all. But if that machine runs an infinite number of times, it is eventually going to spit out a universe with our exact settings. We just happen to be living in one of those rare life-permitting outcomes. So it's not luck anymore, it's statistics. With infinite rolls of the cosmic dice, every possible universe has to exist somewhere. So, which one is it? Are we the result of an impossible miracle, an inevitable consequence of our own observation, or are we just one habitable little world in an infinite cosmic ocean? The honest answer is, science does not know. Not yet. But maybe the question itself is what really matters. The fact that a universe exists that can produce beings who look back at the whole thing and ask why, that might be the deepest truth there is. So thank you. Thank you for being here, for asking these questions right along with us. It really does mean the world.